Sora. She's forgetful, alright? Without the teacher's gift, she'd eventually forget who she is. However, when it comes to her family in the roost, she can perfectly memorize their preferences and capabilities. That's amazing. I can hardly remember their names. Maybe that's why she's everyone's favorite besides the teacher. In her own words, as long as you don't forget me, it's okay for me to forget myself. I don't really understand that. Is there a problem? Anything that I can help you with? Yeah, as you can see, the master terminal is working normally now, but it still has some functions that urgently require repairs. If I can reactivate them, new address livability will increase by 4.30%. On top of that, the stability of the entire system will increase by 16.05%. And... hold on. Maybe I should get a pen. Sorry, forgot what I just said. I forgot that I no longer have to report numbers to anyone anymore. Anyway, Sura-chan had already collected most of the materials for me. As for the last type, I think it will be tough for her to do it alone. Just to be safe, it's better for you to go with her. I've sent the details on your mobile terminal. You can follow its guide and use the base portal to update relevant data. Miss Sila, let's go!
往后的路，我会和大家一起走下去，所以不用担心我了。出发吧！还是脚踏实地更令人安心。开始行动。披风变长了，还有些不习惯。还是脚踏实地更令人安心。我的温度要试试吗？是时候了。五行相生，分时化育。小心烫伤！伺机而动。力量吧，希尔。伺机而动。五行相生，分时化育。小心烫伤！审判的时刻到了。
She seemed rather frustrated because she got interrupted at work. It's over. It's gone on for a long time, but like any task, it will come to an end. Although it was a task assigned to me by the real doctor, it was also the real doctor who ended it. I heard her last words, so I don't think I'm just working. I'm processing a gift. Since I can't return it, I'll have to live up to it. No regrets, my old friend. Along the familiar path, Prometheus and Dr. May met for the last time. After hearing May's answer, Prometheus became briefly unresponsive. After calling sizable knowledge, she still could not decipher the state of affairs. No regrets, huh? Even if we can't communicate outward and your plan has failed. Plan. Like the original me, aware of everything and in control of everything, but will still perish after paving the way for others. Do you think I should feel resentment? That is a painful experience, at least for humans. But you know that's not what I'm talking about. The accusation you made against me? That I'm using those children as my leverage over betraying the world. If you're talking about the reason I said those harsh words, then yes, the process of merging is reversive. But according to my calculation, it's supposed to begin in at least 40 days, which is to say, with your wisdom, you successfully push your world to destruction 40 days earlier, more like a bubble universe that only has you and me, though. This is necessary for humanity itself. Does such necessity include today? Even if those Herschers have adequate reasons to stop Project Stigma, they don't need to hurry back to the proper world today. According to my calculations, another viable strategy is to have them secretly regain powers here. This won't delay the process. But you've been suggesting to them that time is pressing from the beginning. I thought there was a deeper consideration, but... Doctor, are you also acting impetuously? Oh? In the past, when we could move freely, on this day every year, no matter what business you have at hand, you leave it behind, come here alone, but do nothing. Since you prioritize this above all else, I can infer that being in the moment when the merge is completed is crucial for you. But given the trend, the errors are ultimately uncontrollable, and you and I will disappear entirely before the merge is completed. Salvation is even more of a wishful thinking. So, even without knowing the details, I can tell this is a mortifying result for you. The time you pursue will become meaningless, which is why I said your plan has failed. I'm pleased, Prometheus. Excluding the details that you couldn't have known, you've seen through me on your own. But I'm afraid I don't have enough time to make you understand. Detail I couldn't have known. Yes, They happened
那
a
是
very long time ago.
发生在很久以前的事了。
When I
在我
inferred
刚刚
that the
推测
Herschel
出
finality
中烟
might
律者可
cleave
能
some
从本
bubble
征世界
universes off the
披露出一
proper
些世界
world,
炮的时
I
候，
immediately shared it
就
with
第一时间
Kevin.
和凯文分享了这一发现。
Of course,
当然
he
了，
didn't understand
那
a
时的
bit.
他其实什么也没能听懂。
Understandable, he doesn't even have a bachelor's degree.
他甚至没有一个学士学位。
That's not really what I meant.
倒也不是这个意思，
He didn't understand a
虽然那时的
thing
他
about
对于理论
theories,
可谓一
but
窍
this
不通，
helped him discover
但
something
却
I
因此发现
didn't.
了一个我不会留意的细节，
On that
第一
basis,
次
he raised a
向我提出了一个
speculation
猜
and made a
想，
promise.
许下了一个承诺。
He said if any one of us survives the finality,
如果在
that
未来
person must come
我
here
们
on
中
the
的任
day
何
I
一
met
人能够
him
在中烟之
earlier,
后幸存，
which is today, and
那
be
么这个人
alone
就在
for
每
a
一年
day.
的今天，我和他相识的日子，来到这里，静静地处上一天。
What's the
这有
meaning
什
of
么
it?
意义吗？
It's
是
a
一个很
simple
朴素的
thought.
想法。
If bubble
他认为既
universes
然会
were
有世界
created
炮
by the
因中烟的灭
finality's
世而
world
产生，
destruction, then
那
he
么世界
thought
炮中的我
maybe
们
we in the bubble
说不定也会记
universes
住这
might
个承诺。
remember this
而
promise.
这一天的意义
Such is the
就在
meaning
于
of
此
this day. Across endless
跨
space
越
and
无尽的
time,
空
we
间和
may
时间，
accompany one another
我们
that
或许
has
可以在
lost
冥冥之
everything
中
in the dark.
陪伴着另一个失去了一切的对方。
So after learning about the proper world, you began manipulating the time
一开始
when the
刻意
merge
控
will
制如何
occur.
到来的时间，
You want the
你想让
Kevin in the
自己在
proper
消
world
失
to
之
see
前，
you one
让
last
本周
time
世界的
before
凯
you
文能见到
disappear,
你最后一
even
面。
if you have almost
即
no
便这种
chance
事
of
的成功
success.
率本身就近乎于零，
I must point
我必须
something
指
out.
出一点，
For someone who
或
has
是
cosmic
对于
juggernaut,
拥有千
all
斤一
this
程
is
的人来说，
meaningless. If
这
he so
根本毫无意
desires,
义。
he can do it
如果他有心意的
voluntarily
契约，
anytime.
随时都能够主动做到这一点。
The
他的
fact
世界
that
神灵
this
替我们，
world
让
serpent
我们去充当攻击的
contacted
方
us
式
to
本
be his
身，
tool indicate his
就足以说
worldview
明
is
他
no
对世
longer
界真相的认
innocent
识
and
水平
ignorant.
早已不再懵懂。
And you,
而你，
Dr. May,
梅博士，
you set the
已经在
direction
因
for
为这种不
today
理性的承
simply
诺，
because of
就
this
选择了
irrational
这世间人
commitment.
最根本的决策方向。
In terms
就
of
逻辑本
logic,
身来
you are
说，
blind.
这甚至到了盲目的程度。
Well, you're
原来如
supposed to
此，
think this way. You
这的
won't
确应该是你的思
blame
维
an
方式，
action's meaning, but
不
its
会指责行为
efficiency.
的含义，而是指责行为的效率。
In your
在你
opinion,
看
I
来，
should have been
我本应
absolutely
该自始至
rational from
终
the
都贯彻
beginning
绝
to
对
the
理性
end,
才对，
right?
是吗？
Yeah.
嗯，
Many people
的
have
确，
described us as
很多人
such.
这样形容过我们。
If
如果
Prometheus
普
is
罗
the
米修斯是
integration
世
of
界
all
一切知
knowledge,
识的集
then
成，
May is the
那
thinking
么美
process which
就是
God
神明用以
processed
处理知识
knowledge.
的思路。
But
但
thought,
思路与
unlike
知识不同，
knowledge, must serve
它
a
必须具有
purpose.
目的。
This is
这也
why
是
I
为什
hope
么
you could see through
我一
me
直希望
and
你能以自
understand
己的
me
力
on
量
your
看
own
破
one day.
并理解我。
Are you trying to
你是
say
想说，
you've always
你自
been
始至终都
emotional
是感
and
性
it's
的，
only your method
而
that
所谓
have
的绝对
been
理性
absolutely
只是应
rational?
用在了手段上？
No.
不对，
Once again, Prometheus became unresponsive. Are you
你是
saying
说
your rationality is a
你让
tool
自己
for
保持理性
preserving
的
your
目的，
sensibility?
恰恰就是要为自己的感性夺取生存空间。
May finally showed gratification. There are shortcuts in learning and making decisions, but no matter how advanced an AI is, it must experience subjective thinking like a newborn. Experience the self. No matter how shallow its cognitions of them are, they are the starting point that allows every being to become human. Whether that being is based on genes or codes.
没错，
Indeed, the people at
虽然中
Mach
或
would
之恶的
never
人们绝
admit
不会
it,
承认，
but the reason they followed
但他
me
们之
without
所以会义无反顾地
hesitation
跟
was
随我，
exactly
恰恰是因为我是一个
that
彻
I
头
am
彻尾的
romantic through
浪
and
漫主义
through.
者，而这一点
And I assume
想
that's
必
the
也是本征
fundamental
世界的凯
reason
文把
Kevin
我
in
们
the
当作
proper
工具，
world see us as
让那些
tools
孩子能够
and
来到这里
brought
的根本
those
原因，
children here.
是他终究已经
It
领悟
is
到
what
了
he has
火种
finally
计划真
realized,
正的内
the
容。
true content of
火
Project
种计
Amber.
划
I don't have the time to
详细说
explain
来，
it in
恐怕
detail,
时间并不足够。但对于
but
那
for
个没有
that
计划
plan
的计划
without
来
a
说，
plan, all
真
that
正
really
重要的
matters is
其
an
实就只是坚
unwavering
定的梦
dream
想
and
和不
unchanging
变的真我。
self.
凯文如
Such
此，
as Kevin, those
些孩子如
children,
此，
me as a shadow,
作为影
and
子的我如
you.
此，而你也同样如此。没关
It's
系，
okay. I
你
won't
不必
force
强
you
迫
to
自己去接
accept
受这
this
种哲学。
philosophy.
不，
But why didn't you tell them?
可是
I don't think their thinking
你为
can
什么不
reach a
直接告诉他
level
们这
so
些？
deep.
我不认为他们的想法能深入到刚才的这些层面。
因为
Because, just as
就
now,
和现在一
the
样，
others can be taught
倘若
just
单
by
纯诉诸教
telling.
条，他者反而无法领会。
By the way,
对了，
I'll point out
再
another
指出一个你之前的
misunderstanding
误
of
解吧。
yours.
事实上，
Betraying one's
背
own
叛自己所
world.
在的世界，
Because that's what Kevin
这
will
应该是
do.
凯文必定
I
会做
now
的事，
feel the same
所以
need.
此刻的我才有同样如此的必要。我出于自己
Doing
的
this
意
out of
愿
my
主
own
动做出了
will
这种事。
is not
对于我们
insignificant
彼
to our
此的
true
自我而言，
selves.
其中的意义并非微不足道。无论如何，
Anyway, ever since I
自从当初的
accepted
我
that
选择接受那
clumsy
个
but
笨拙
sincere
但诚
boy,
挚的男孩
our
以来，
relationship had never
我
been
们之间的
fair
感
one
情
to
对他来
him.
说就从来都不公平。我要穷
I
尽世
needed
间
to
的真
seek
理，
the ultimate
我要
truth
带领
and
大家
lead
向崩坏
everyone
宣
in the
战。
war against Honkai.
到
Up
头
till the
来，
end,
我
we
们属
had
于彼
very
此的世
little
界
time to
可谓少而又
ourselves.
少。既然在本真
Now
世
that
界已
there's
经有一个
another
我扮
version
演了
of
绝对
me
理性的存在，
representing absolute
而
reason
我
in the
也已经
proper
配合
world,
他
and
为
I've
人类
done
的未来
everything
做
I
了力所
could
能
to
及的一
help
切，
her for
那就也
humanity.
让我
Let me try to do
试着为那个
something
孤
for
独的
that
男孩
lonely
去做些
boy.
什么吧。
但他甚至
But
无
he
从
knows
知晓。
nothing about it.
这无所谓。
It doesn't matter
普
to
罗米
me.
修斯
Prometheus, the
人类的
nature
本
of
质
humanity is to
就是为
sacrifice
了本不为
oneself
我的
for
某
something
物
else.
而献上生命。
我不理
I
解，
don't
这
understand.
样下去，
If it
哪
goes
怕没
down
有
like
崩
this,
坏，
even
人
without
类的灭
Honkai,
绝或许也在
humanity
劫
will
难逃。
face
不，
extinction.
普
No
罗米修斯，
Prometheus.
没不
Dr.
是
May, you.
你，
This is the end.
到此为止了。看来在我
Looks
身
like
上
the
的排异反
rejection on
应
me is
要比你
stronger
更
than
强
on
烈一
you.
些。那么，
Well, if you can
如果
continue
你还能延
thinking,
续思考，
remember this.
就记住我现在说的这句话吧。你认为会导
This
致人类灭
weakness
绝
you
的劣
believe
根
will
性，
bring about
这
humanity's
恰恰是我
defall
相信
is what I
他们能
believe
够
will
长存
save
不灭
it.
的关键，也是
That's the only
我所能留
blessing
给你的
I
唯
can
一
leave
祝
you.
福。
With the final blessing, the woman worshipped by countless followers as God perished as the fusion intensified. Of course, the same sign showed on Prometheus too. Beneath the mechanical shell, an impulse came up. She looked around, trying to find the cold figure and tell him what she just got to know. Tell that man, the one you betrayed the world for, can do the same for you. But it was all too late. The
他们所看
remnants
见
of
的中央残
finality
骸，
on the
在
spiritual
精神的
level
意义上，
are indeed my
的确就是
ending
我
in
在
the
本
proper
真世界的
world.
结局。
It's
只
a
可
shame,
惜，
Doctor. You didn't give me
可是，
enough time on this
你
side.
留给这边的我的时间还是太短了。
Upon this thought, the mechanical girl began to wonder something. Doctor, even just
即使在
now,
刚才，
were you still
你
calculating?
也仍然算计着什么吗？难道
Could it be
你就是要
you
让我在
want
此
me
刻
to? Indeed, although she meant everything she said, her expression was uncharacteristic. As if she was trying to induce the girl into a state so their feelings could pass on to.
这里
But we are the only
明明
ones
只有我们
here.
两个才对啊！
No. Although later than expected, the third element did appear in this dying micro-world. Who's there? Don't worry, even though the circumstances now are special, and hair is no longer part of my duty, but I still can't give up the infant. Thank you for urging me to stay, but who are you? People at the World Serpent call me Hair, but you can call me Missolin Shariak, which is the human name I gave myself. First of all, let me first transcribe your complete consciousness into stigma. Unlike your doctor, whose consciousness is not pure data, you will not lose yourself as a result. What are you going to use me for? Don't worry, I don't have any intention of using you. How should I put it? Think of the people I put into a dream. I just want everyone to live happily ever after. You know Project Sigma isn't capable of that. Yes, I know. That's why it's only a dream. But if tomorrow doesn't exist, waking them up from a dream would be murder. Sila, I need help. What's wrong, Klein? You're panicking. I'll send you the target's coordinates and photos. Are these the drones that Lyle spoke of? Yes. Had Sora not promised you to bring back those resources, he'd have rushed out of the sanctuary with a drying rod on his shoulder. Lyle fussed about showing off his skills, and even asked Grey Serpent to prepare weapons for him. Unsurprisingly, he was turned down, and Sora gave him a good lecture. It's not an urgent mission, but I hope you can look into it when you have the time, while Sora can keep him in check. This is the place that Mr. Robo marked on the terminal. Ah, that's the detection device. Found it. Let's hurry back. Yeah, we shouldn't let Mr. Robo wait for too long. Uncle Grey Serpent, did you see Uncle Robo? I thought that he would wait for us here. Uncle Robo? Ha, I know. You're probably talking about that stubborn old man. I caught a glimpse of him leaving from a distance just now, and even thought he was hiding from me. Uncle Grey Serpent knows Uncle Robo? I don't just know him. We were the best of friends. Though I might be the only one who thought so. Ha, saying that out loud makes it strangely depressing. This great serpent seems different from the previous one we met. Is this what Mr. Robo meant when he said there were different species of them? How interesting. I suppose this is also a fate between ravens? Telepathy? Frankly speaking, I don't believe in this. But looking at how the destinies of two generations of ravens intertwine, men at some time are masters of their own fate. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. Quite romantic, don't you think? Does Raven refer to teacher? Correct, but only half so. The Uncle Robo you guys speak of is also undoubtedly a raven, or at least he was one. He was once a raven? Previous raven? Is that easier to understand? Before he became that lump of metal, everyone in World Serpent acknowledged him as an excellent member, model worker, someone to throw your work to. Oh, don't tell him about the last one. As for why he is the previous one, I believe you've seen it for yourselves. After losing his human body, his power in battle has never been the same again, and no longer suitable for Anyway, he thus chose to retire, wash his hands off all these, and return to leading a mundane life. The codename Raven was inherited by a young talent discovered by another great serpent. Uncle Robo is our teacher's senior. Then why is he unwilling to come to the sanctuary? Haha, although I can't be sure, but I can guess why. Something like he had done too much dirty work, let too many people down, or looking at the innocent eyes of children makes him feel guilty. All that kinds of self-deprecation. He even refused to follow the world serpent here for such reasons. I had to drag him over. I had hoped that he would share some of my workload, but he hid away once we arrived on the moon. He just wanted to distract us and hide away when he asked us to look for his part, right? I'm not going to let him get what he wants this time. How can an adult lie to little kids? I'll send his coordinates to you guys now. Go give him a good scolding. I secretly tracked his location just now, so that I can push some troublesome work to him. Don't tell him about that either. Alright, got it. Thank you, Uncle Grey Serpent.